On radio, UBC should set its own example. Leka bano abatafa ku bantu baffe bagumaza ndowooza muganda kita okugumaza to divert people. Let our own UBC bring programs to educate the people so that abagala kugumaza babeereyo bagumaza naye naffe they can advise, guide. And people in time will judge the one who is their friend and who is just using them.
Tune into UBC radios for credible socio-economic programs. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
You are listening to Youth on Point on UBC Radio.
Beautiful sounds of P-Pounds playing at exactly 26 minutes to the top of the hour. Good afternoon, dear listener. Thank you for tuning to 98.0, 99.4, 97.4 at UBC Radio. Welcome to Youth on Point. I'm Uncle Veli, host for the show. And I don't know how you are. I don't know how your week was, but I pray and hope it was a good one, okay? I pray and hope that it was a good one. And I pray that may the Almighty bless the new week. And as you all know, this new week we are celebrating we are celebrating Women's Day. And when we talk about Women's Day, there's so many things that we always come up with. There's so many things that run into our mind. Now, 2023, we shall be having the Women's Day celebrations, and that will be on the 8th of March 2023, and the theme will be equal opportunities in education, science, technology, and for innovation and gender equal future. Yeah, that will be the theme of this year's celebration. Now, when we talk about equal opportunity and equal opportunity for all the gender, now that takes us back to gender equality. Yeah, because we all understand lately it is mostly been about women. Yeah, about gender equality, name it. Now, what is gender? Now, gender equality is also known as sexual equality or equality of sexes. It is the state of equal ease of access to resources and opportunities regardless of gender, including economic participation and decision making, and the state of valuing the state of giving everyone an opportunity, and regardless of the behavior, aspiration, and also needs of equal, regardless of the gender. Now, gender equality is more than just equal representation. It is strongly tied to women's rights and often requires policy changes. Now, according to UNICEF, it says that gender equality means that women and men, girls and boys enjoy the same rights, resources, opportunities, and protection. Now, question is, when we talk about gender equality, should we only sideline with women, or we should also sideline with boys, with the boy child? Because when you look at it right now, I'm just giving you just a small background of what I'm about to say. Now, most of the women, when you meet them, they always, gender equality. But women who say gender equality, now listen to this. Women who are saying gender equality, she works and she earns. Sometimes she earns even more than the husband. But they have this tendency, they have this saying, a woman's money is a woman's money. Now, just something very simple. If you are advocating for gender equality, it is very good. Very, very good. We all love that. But if we still have people in the society who think that a woman's money is a woman's money, and if we still have people in our society who say that a boy child is not vulnerable, a boy child is not supposed to cry, yes, So we still have a lot of things that we have to work on, yeah. But in all that, I want to take this opportunity because we are celebrating women, yeah. So we are celebrating women, and I want to send my greetings to my manager, that is Madame Allen Amosimenta, the manager for the radio station that I work for, that is a UBC Red, and also the manager of all radio stations here at UBC, that is Madame Ndezi Doreen. Thank you so much for giving us an opportunity, and thank you so much for leading us, and thank you so much for always advising us. Sometimes we come to your offices and then you say things and but at the end of the day we always sit down and reflect on those things. Thank you so much for being parents to us, and most importantly being our bosses, and also always guide us, although sometimes we feel a certain way, but we always sit down and reflect on everything that you tell us, because you beat us by experience. So we acknowledge that. Now I have someone who's calling me. I don't know what they have to say. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, it's a good afternoon. Anyway, you can call back if you have something that you would love to say, you would want to participate through the show. Please feel free to give me a call, that is on 0776 511 426. Now, today we are looking at some of the causes of gender equality and some of the solutions of this gender equality, and we shall also be profiling black women excellency. So we're going to be looking at women who have made history, and more specifically we are looking at our mothers here in Uganda. Yeah, that is what we're going to be doing throughout the show. Now, according to the research that I did, according to Google and to the society, because I had to go and interact with people one-on-one so that I could come up with conk information. Now, looking at some of the causes of gender equality. Number one, uneven access to education. Yeah, that is number one, and it is key. We all know that back in the days, women were usually always denied education. They would put them in school up to around P7. Then after P7, they would tell them to get married. You get, so they make decisions for them, and they even already have people. They even already have men that are going to marry those people. Now, that is our number one. Number two, lack of employment. Yeah, lack of employment equality. You understand? Now I'll give you an example of sites. I've seen women working on sites as porters. Yeah, I've seen them. Now, that is where we are. There's certain things that we just have to eliminate. I don't know how the whites think about Africa or Uganda in particular, because they think we are still backwards, which is not the case. Yeah, I've seen women work on sites. Yeah, I've seen engineers who are women. But there are also some organizations who do not employ women. Yeah, so I think that is wrong. That is wrong. If we want to see what women can do, I'll give you a very good example. Let's look at Kampala in the days of Jennifer Musisi. Yeah, I'll leave that to you to reflect, to reflect on. Yeah, let's look at the days of Jennifer Musisi when she was the leader, when she was in control of our capital city, that is Kampala. And now we also have a job segregation, and we also have lack of legal protection, and we also have poor medical care. Yeah, and we also have a lack of religious freedom. We understand their religions, not only here in Uganda, but where a woman is not supposed to talk. I was interacting with one of my friends who was working from Qatar, and he told me when men are seated in the sitting room and they're speaking, a woman is not supposed to participate in that conversation. A woman is not allowed to make any decision Yeah, but here in Uganda, I think we've lived past that, because I've seen so many men before making life-changing decisions. They talk to their women, and they usually call them by different. Honey, is this okay if you do this and this? Oh, honey, how is this? You get. So I think Uganda, we are past that. But still does not mean that all of us we are past that. We still have those people in the society who believe that women are not supposed to participate in in decision making. It is very, very wrong, very, very wrong. And the other thing, we have culture. The cultures that do not allow women to participate in so many things. Yeah, in so many things. I'll give you an example. When a woman is in her periods, there are certain things that she's not supposed to do. And this is something natural. Yeah, it is natural. So there is nothing we can do about it. Yeah, there is nothing we can do about it. Now, looking at some of the solutions to this, that is gender equality. Now, at our number one, we have empowering women and stakeholders. Yeah. Now, I started by thanking my organization and my top bosses, and I have Madame Daisy Doreen, that is the head of all radio stations of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, and I also thanked my manager, that is Madame Musimenta Allen. She is my immediate boss, my manager. She manages the radio station that I work for. So if you have people like that and they're empowered, then trust me, we are going to have a very, very good society. Yeah, we are going to have a very, very good society. And number three, invest in care. Now, we should invest in our hospitals, because we understand women are the reason to why we are here. We all know that. They are the reason to why we are here. And if we do not invest in health, in healthcare, things that help them feel like women, have specialized hospital for only women, just like how the Ugandan government has done. We have Chiludu special for women. Yeah, we have such hospitals here. So, and in the same regard, I would love to thank our government, and the Ministry of Health for doing this creating these things to help our mothers, to help our sisters, to empower our sisters. And number three, support women leadership. Yeah, support women leadership. Nothing is going to beat that. Because we've seen, if I take you back to the days of Jennifer Mosisi, when she was the head of KCCA, she did a very, very good job for Kampala. Now we are there, but I think we did something. We went down a little bit. But those days when it was Jennifer Mosisi, oh my God, she was tough. But she was tough for a reason. Yeah, she was tough for a reason. Ugandans, we have a mentality. Sometimes we need people to be hard on us. I'll give you a very good example. You see, every radio station has its own style of doing things. Now, here at UBC, you have to possess, you have, as a must, you have to have a script for you to start doing the show. And so I come, because I was doing my show without a script. Now, my boss calls me, that is Madame Musimenta Allen. And so we had to go for a meeting about the script. And you know what? At some point, I felt like, she was really, really hard on me. But she was teaching me the right thing. So this cuts across to all the children out there, to all the youth out there listening in. There is nothing new that we are doing that our elders have not seen. Should I repeat that? There is nothing new that we are doing that our elders have not seen. That our elders have not seen. Now, you girl, you think, you putting on minis, it has started with you. No. Those people have seen those things. Actually, some of them have even put on those dresses even shorter than the ones that you're putting on. But at the end of the day, they realize that, this thing does not bring anything. It does not add value. But it brings something on you, because everyone is going to start judging you. People are going to judge you by the way you look, by the way you express yourself, and how you talk to people, how you handle people. Yeah, your reactions when someone does something bad to you, that is going to speak volumes. It's going to speak volumes on you. And at hour number 4, yeah, looking at some of the the solutions to gender equality. Last but not least, funding women is organization. Yeah, funding women is organization. Now, I've seen so many organization where women, weave baskets, mats, all those things. And I've seen, the government has come up with initiatives that support women in particular. But speaking about the government, supporting women, we've seen little campaigns, few campaigns that support the boy child. I know some people out there saying no. I'll say it loud. For a girl child to go to campus, that is a Makerere, to be specific, you need 12 points. But for a boy child to be admitted at Makerere University, you need 13 points. So, as much as women are talking about gender equality, you should also put the boy child in consideration, because at the end of the day, we also suffer. We also have emotions. We also cry. We are also vulnerable. Although the society has raised us to be strong, yeah. Because I would give you a very good example. If a man and a woman go to a police station and the case they have is domestic violence, they will listen to a woman more than a man. They'll give much attention to a woman more than a man. But do you know that there's also a percentage of about 10% of men who are subjected to domestic violence? But because we are men and the society has raised us to be strong, you really find it so hard to go and tell people that my woman, we had a fight with my woman and I was beaten. You can't say that. And they beat men. I'll give you a very good scenario. Last time when they're interviewing Joe Steady separated with Prim. Prim happens to be the ex-baby mama of Joe Steady's two daughters. And they separated. And the reason that he said he was being beaten and he kept quiet about it. Yeah, he was silent about it. You get. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's first go for a break. When I come back, we are going to be doing our profiling. Okay, we are going to be doing our profiling. We're going to be first and foremost, we're going to look at factors that are contributing to gender equality in our society, and we're also going to be profiling Ugandan women excellency. Yeah, we're going to be profiling Ugandan women excellency. Do not change your dial. This is a UBC Radio. Let's do this.
At UBC Radio, all our radio network across the country is committed to inform, entertain, educate and guide for national transformation.
On radio, UBC should set its own example. Leka bano abatafa ku bantu baffe bagumaza ndowooza Muganda kitwa kugumaza, to divert people. Let our own UBC bring programs to educate the people so that abagala kugumaza babeereyo bagumaza. They can advise, guide. And people in time will judge the one who is their friend and who is just using them.
Tune into UBC Radios for credible socio-economic programs. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
UBC Radio Network, your national preferred choice. We broadcast all over Uganda and beyond. Join us on 98 FM in Kampala, 99.4 FM Lira, and 97.4 FM Arua. UBC Radio, inspiring Uganda.
You were listening to Youth on Point on UBC Radio.
Yes, you are listening to 98.0, 99.4, 97.4 UBC Radio. Welcome to Youth on Point. I'm still taking you, and don't forget, at exactly 1 o'clock, we're going to be having news in English. You shouldn't miss out on that. Now, factors contributing to gender equality: number 1, poverty; number 2, domestic violence and abuse. Now, looking at Black Women Excellency, I'll start with Dr. Speciosa Naigaga Wandela Kaziwe. Now, born 1st of July 1954, is a Ugandan politician and also the first female vice president in Africa, and she was the 6th vice president of Uganda from the year 1994 to 2003, making her the first woman in Africa to hold the position of a vice president of the Republic of Uganda. Now, Dr. Speciosa Kaziwe is a Ugandan surgeon. She is also referred to as a Nalungo because she has twins, and in August 2013 she was appointed by the United Nations Secretary General as the United Nations Special Envoy for HIV AIDS in Uganda. Now, that is Dr. Speciosa Wandera Kaziwe. And second, we have Robina Nabanja. Now, Robina Nabanja, born 17th of December 1969, is a Ugandan educator, politician, who is also the Prime Minister of Uganda, and that was after being nominated to office on 8th of Jan 2021. She was confirmed by the Parliament on 21st of Jan 2021. She replaced Dr. Rakana Lugunda, who was named to the post of the envoy for special duties in the office of the President of Uganda, and she was the first female Prime Minister of Uganda. We are still profiling Black Women Excellency here in Uganda. Now, if we're talking about gender equality, and we see that the President has done his job to see that, he brings women to the top, and so we are still doing that, and as we are celebrating Women's Day, that is on 8th of March 2023, under the theme Equal Opportunities in Education, Science and Technology for innovation and gender equal future. Now, at number 3 we have Rebecca Kadaga. Now, Rebecca Kadaga is one of the most powerful and significant female leaders in Uganda. Rebecca Kadaga is a lawyer, politician, and also a member of parliament. She has held the position. She is the position of the parliament in Uganda. That is since 19th May 2021. For Kadaga, being the first speaker of parliament is a great unique opportunity for her to leave a significant step in the legislative arena. Now, we also have Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng. Yeah, Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng. Now, she is a Ugandan politician and also a doctor. She is the Minister of Health. She's the Minister of Health, a post that she was appointed to on 6th of Jan 2016. Acheng will always be remembered for her aggressive efforts to fight against the spread of COVID-19 pandemic that was in the year 2022. And we also have as Shamim Malende. Now, Shamim Malende is a Ugandan lawyer, politician, and also a community activist. Now, Malende is also an elected member of parliament for Kampala district in Uganda, in Ugandan's 11th parliament. The aggressive lawyer is not only influential because of her successful legal career, but also a key figure in the fight for equal justice, especially for the less privileged. Now, we also have Slivia and Namutewi. Now, I'm going to leave it at that, and we are going to go for a short break. When I come back, we are going to be profiling one or two of Ugandan female, celebrated.
24/7. Baby, when the bright lights start to fade, fire up your lighter.
UBC Radio.
UBC Radio, inspiring Uganda.
You are listening to Youth on Point on UBC Radio.
You are still listening into 98.0 UBC Radio, 99.4 and 97.4. Now, before I went, I told you that is Slivia Namutabi, commonly known as Mama Fina. She's, she has had a very, very humble beginning, and that story is motivating. And one of them, not giving up despite her background. She rose to fame as a traditional healer, but now she also has a household name for her generosity and also contributing to the Ugandan women affairs. Now we also have Farida Nakazibwe. She's a news anchor. We also have Queen Abinacho. We also have now in the music industry have Shiba Kalunji, Spice Diana, Juliana Kanyomozi, to name but a few. Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the show, and I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who has been part of the show, and also to send my special regards to my bosses as we are celebrating Women's Day, and that is Madame Daisy Dorin and Madame Mosimenta Allen. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for being part of the show from the time that we started till now. Have yourself a blessed afternoon. God bless you. I wish you what you wish me. I'm out of here. Coming up, a news in English.
At UBC Radio, all our radio network across the country is committed to